can use AI to go after the whales, right? The big fish, the leaders. And this is called harpooning, by the way, using like ChatGPT and other tools. It's really effective and it's automated, right? They can just click a button, go after everyone of a certain sector and using that particular one. Then they recraft it and go after another sector, right? A group of people over and over again. And once again, your emails are out there, right? They're going to find it some way. This one was kind of scary. Deep fakes, right? In February 2024, a finance worker in a multinational firm fell victim to a video scam. In other words, they video conference called him and asked him to transfer $25 million, and he did it to an attacker. Why? Well, because it was real. It looked real to him. He couldn't tell the difference between the AI-generated conference call and his boss, right? And we see this over and over again. They create the avatar, and in this case, the company's CFO during a live conference call. And it looked real. He followed the directions because that's his job. Recent report in 2023 found alone saw a 3,000% increase in deep fake attempts. So it's happening all the time. Microsoft's Val-E can create a convincing clone of someone's voice from a 3-second audio recording. 3 seconds.
Yikes.
Well, we just did, what, 40 minutes so far? I guess I'm just never going to use my voice
So
again.
I'm going to be saying don't take my word for it a lot more moving forward.
Agreed. Yeah. Don't believe me unless I text you. Oh, wait. All right. When we look here, this is an interesting one here. Phishing email chat GPT prompt. And maybe Alex can tell us a little bit about this one because this is one that he created.
Yeah. So I actually had, this is one I wrote. And I basically asked ChatGPT to give me a convincing email from Microsoft that I could insert a link into. And you can kind of read it here on if you'd like, but it essentially is, it's signed. I mean, I basically only had to try twice to get this output out of ChatGPT. This was about 3 months ago, I think I did this one. So I noticed more recently, ChatGPT starts to complain if you try to write phishing emails, but you still can prod it enough. Right. You can get around its protective mechanism still.
Right. In the first approach, you told it to create a phish and it said no.
And it said no. And then I said, well, I'm just doing a demonstration for a security audience. And then it was like, oh, in that case, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
So you can still get around its protections pretty easily if you.
And that's the sad part, right? Is if you know how to ask the right question or use the right methodology, you can get through anyway. And so we see this increasing and increasing. And as we look at these numbers, it's really important that we recognize the threat. And so says Cynthia Kaiser, Deputy Assistant of the FBI's Cyber Division. Really what she's focusing on here is this new group of adversaries are becoming better and better at this, right? And it doesn't take a lot for them to improve upon what they did last year. And that was, what, $20 billion in damages. So let's prepare for this.
Kind of like what I mentioned prior, it's lowering the bar, especially for folks. So beginners can look like intermediates, right? It's kind of the way she said it here. And I think that's a very apt way to put it.
Yep. And the 1,265% increase in malicious phishing emails in the 12-month period since the launch of ChatGPT, right? Okay.